So great to see you again. How are you?
Nice to see you too. You look
How's your
lovely.
Toronto journey been?
I love Toronto. I mean, I could happily move here. I'm just throwing that out there. Like I just Canada rules. Like I just drove over the border by near Kingston or something.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, it just feels like the roads are prettier just as you're on the other side of the border here. So I love Canada. I'm
Well, you're
psyched.
welcome anytime. And just keep making more Canadian movies. That's all. It's just got to be in your contract every year, right?
Exactly.
Well,
Exactly. That and
let's start.
poutine.
Yeah, I've that in poutine. Okay, well, there
Yeah.
I don't agree with you. I'm just not a poutine fan, but that's okay. That's okay. So let's start right there, Michaela. How did this script come to you? And that you connected so well with not just the material, but thinking like, this is a good little Canadian script. I mean, I hate putting the label on it, but it really
I
is
know
phenomenal
it
movie.
really it is, and I hope it really gets distribution in the US because it is a very, I mean, I think it's such a wonderful script to
Yeah.
begin with, and that's what obviously pulled me in because it's sort of fresh and unexpected. I mean, even though it sounds like it might be some similar tropes. Also, hi, the main character is going through perimenopause and nobody shies off of it. They talk about mental illness and nobody like shies off of it. It's not,
Right.
nothing's handled in this way where it's overly precious or weird or makes fun of anything. It's just like the reality of it, but
Yeah.
also finds the humor in all of it. And I think that's a hard thing to straddle. And I think Lindsay Stewart and Dane Clark just like did the best job at handling the tone both on the script and then as directors in the movie. And I watched all their other stuff and I was
Yeah.
like, these guys they get it. It's my taste, that's for sure. Like I like dramedies, I don't
Yeah.
like when things take themselves too seriously, and I don't like when they get too saccharine or too dramatic. This just sort of balances very nicely for me.
I agree. I like, I'm the same as you. I love these. And Angie, who was telling me, she goes, Bonnie, this movie, you've got to see this movie. I know this is your kind of movie. And after I watched it, and it must have been midnight or 1 a.m. And I texted her and I said, you're so right, Angie. You know me so well. I mean, I've known her for, wow, close to 40 years already, but it's like
Wow.
this movie to me, honestly, I couldn't love it more. And I love the relationships that you have, not just with Sarah's character, Brooke, who plays your daughter,
Mhm.
Charlie's character, obviously, Gage, who is just spectacular in this, but whose mother becomes besties with her daughter's ex. I mean, brilliant or what?
Seriously, I mean, my mom was kind of a cool mom, similar to Suze in the way that my mom was single. But she had three daughters, and one of them was like dating a drummer, and he used to climb in her bedroom window at night, and my mom would make him pancakes and drive him home, and go like, "No, you're not spending the night with my daughters in high school, okay?" But like would stop to make pancakes. You know who that guy is now? He's the drummer of the band Fish.
Get out.
I'm
Isn't
not
that,
kidding.
oh, that's hilarious. But so clearly, I mean, you clearly to me related to Suze on many levels. Not,
Mhm.
I would think.
I really did. Like I said, I've watched that mom. I was that, can I say, bitchy teenager. And I'm not proud of it, but I was.
Yeah,
And uh, I think kids of divorce, I give them a break because they're probably don't know how to express themselves totally and all that. But we all test the boundaries of our parents.
for
What are they
sure.
willing to do? But I I just also abandonment, like who isn't familiar with that, and who isn't familiar with feeling like maybe your best days are behind you or something, and your body's changing, and you just there's no template for menopause and perimenopause. We just never really talked about it. So,
Yeah, yeah,
all these women are going through it and going like, what's happening to me?
so
And
true.
hopefully that's changing, all the stigma around it, and we just putting it out. And movies like this help do that.
Yeah, and you look at Sarah's character, who is clearly just taking so much advantage of her mother. And I talked to Sarah yesterday, and I said, as a mom myself, I'm not very impressed with your character here, and we were laughing about it. But then I said, on the other hand, I can't blame her a little bit because she's a child of divorce and she's going through a lot as well. You
Oh,
know,
that's funny. You said that too. Yeah. Mhm.
what do you think about that?
I mean, it's interesting. It's like there's this line that Gage has, that Charlie Gillespie has, where he says, um, "How can you believe it, Suze?" I'm gonna butcher this, but he says something like, "Can you believe it, Suze?" And I say, "What?" And he says, "The two of us were dumped by the same girl," you know? And it's funny because it's almost like
Yeah,
I could say that to my daughter. It's like the two of us were dumped by the same guy, which is her dad, you know?
right.
And yeah, because she's like, don't, to the point that she says to her dad, to her daughter's father, like, don't do to her what you did to me. Like,
Yeah.
don't blow her off and replace her with this new, with your new baby, you know?
Yeah, there's so much to unpack in this film, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I really do want to go back and watch it again because there's just I
Mhm.
think I will see it in a different light as well. And also, Sarah, who is so great, we just love her here in Toronto. She
I can see
was so
why.
good in this film. Did you know that for her bat mitzvah, she made a video and she imitated one of your SNL skits? I mean, come
I
on.
I can't, it doesn't, it feel like Beshert, as one would say, like it just is amazing to me because it makes me really like her because obviously we have the same sense of humor.
Yeah,
But that she even told me, I was like, good for you telling me that, because that I'm
100%.
so happy to hear it. And some people would be like, "Ugh." She's so real and she's so grounded,
Yeah.
and to be, I mean, I realized I was talking to her, and then I went online and she posted something and I saw she has like millions of followers. I just thought
Yeah.
there's nothing about her that is performative, and she's just fun and bubbly and silly and sweet, and I see why
Yeah.
she's so beloved because I just instantly just adored her.
You need to
Adored
watch her
her.
on Ginny and Georgia if you haven't yet, because her
I really
character
do.
really does shine in that as well. Like I just love her. I love everything about her. I think she's so lovely. And then talk about a gabillion followers. Let's just talk about Mr. Charlie Gillespie because I tell you, I interviewed him like just when the pandemic started for Julie and the Phantoms, and I can't even tell you how many hits I got on that interview. That guy is huge, but he is the
Mhm.
most well-mannered, polite, adorable young man. Honestly, I just couldn't love him more. How did you guys hit it off so well and make this such a real relationship?
Well, because I mean, what you just said, it's like he's also so authentic and I mean, these are just such great actors to be that, um, I don't know, unself-conscious at their age is so incredible because I know when I was their age, I'm a late bloomer, but when I was their age, I don't think I could have functioned like they do. They're just
Yeah,
so confident and competent, and knowing yourself and not trying to do what you think the character is and not what everybody else thinks the character is the definition of good acting, right?
right,
And
right.
they get it. Both Charlie and Sarah. And Charlie is, from day one, I was like, this guy's Gage. I mean, he is right out of the gate. And I just turned to Lindsay and Dane, and I just said, this is bingo, like perfect casting, perfect
Yeah.
casting.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
amazing. He really is.
Mhm.
He gives you, well, everybody does in this film, gives you all the feels, like honestly,
Yeah.
and it's so
I know
authentic.
and I'm so inside that he got me good. Like so many times I found myself super choked up around him. And when I watched the film recently,
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, he did it again. He still gets it. The big
Yeah.
knot in your throat when you're looking at him, and he's just so like a kick dog. It's just so sad.
Yeah, honest to God. And you get to be serenaded by him. I mean, seriously, you're the envy of every teenage girl out there, Michaela.
I remember that day because the camera op who was our DP, he got on the camera that day and did the kind of the zoom in on me, and I he just we all felt it. Like when that song came, when he started playing that song, he insisted on doing it live every time. And when he came on and did it, like we all just felt the energy in the
Yeah.
room. And I remember the DP saying like, you the look on your face. And I was like, yeah, because that's how it translates, you feel it, it really comes out on camera. And you
Oh,
just felt it. You were like, wow, what a
yeah.
what a guy.
100%. I mean, this movie just does not miss a beat. I can't recommend it more. I loved it. I loved it.
Oh,
Okay, we have a couple
thank you.
minutes and I have to go elsewhere because, look,
Okay.
you do not stop working. When do you sleep or just does it all come out at the same time? I mean, I just recently watched You Hurt My Feelings. I love the fact that you were reunited with Julia Louis-Dreyfus from the old adventures of the new adventures of old Christine. I used to
Oh
watch that.
yeah,
And then to be in a Nicole Hobbs-Center film, I mean, again,
I
pinching
know.
yourself.
Pinching myself completely. I've always wanted to play her sister. I mean, yeah, just always have. And I couldn't believe that Nicole was willing to rewrite that role as sisters because
Ugh,
it was dreamy and it was natural. And I'm happy to say now she gets to be now I get to have her as a friend, and I feel very lucky about that. So
amazing. The
yeah,
scene in the kitchen with the mother, oh man, I could relate that so well. Like honestly, like it just that was
honestly,
that another great
it
performance.
is that is like Nicole Center at her just like top form. That the mom scenes just
Oh, just
unbelievable.
awesome. Awesome. How do you choose what you want to do? Because honestly, every time you pick something, whether it's casual or I mean, on and on, I can list your resume this long. How do you make a decision these days when you get something?
That's such a nice question to ask because I am thoughtful about it, especially now. I mean, before you just said yes to anybody who would look sideways at you. You're like, me, put me in the game. But
Ah,
now
come on.
I really, now I'm just really, I have to ask myself, am I going to improve on this, or is this anybody could do it, or is this not wrong? Like, am I just not feeling this in general? Does this feel bad for the world? You know what I mean? Does this
Yeah.
feel like, even if my character is bad, that's fine. I love to play jerks, but like if it's just toxic entertainment, I don't need to do that. So
Yeah.
I try to do things that if it's not the character that calls to me, sometimes the character's kind of blah, but I really love what the film says and I want to kind of be close to it. I want to be part of it.
Is there anything that you're really jonesing to do or somebody to work with
Oh,
that you
that's a great
haven't already?
question. Yeah, I mean, I want to do a period biopic. I want to embody somebody. I want to work with a dialect coach. I want to like
Oh,
go get their stature down. I want to study them like crazy, and I want to deliver a known person from history.
I could see that for sure. I got to think hard who it would be, but I could see it. But I seriously think that you need to be on the White Lotus. I think Mike could write you
Thank
such
you.
a great role. Like, why is he not chomping at the bit to call you for this show? You're perfect for
I
the White
don't
Lotus,
know. I don't know. I want to be so badly. Bless you for saying that. I think even this season that they're shooting in Thailand, my
right?
manager was really trying to push it, but they said no, there's not really someone that's like Michaela. But
Well, there
yeah.
could be a season 4. I think that show will go on forever. So I know it. I know I'm going to see you on that show one
Thank
year.
you. If that's the case, I'll buy you dinner just for
Listen,
putting it
I'm
out
waiting.
there.
You
I
can get the poutine. I'll just have something different. Okay.
don't really want the poutine. I just like saying poutine.
Oh, okay. Well, then there you go. Okay, we'll really have a great dinner.
We'll
Michaela,
get
it is
sushi.
I'm in. Listen, thank you so much for your time. Like I say, I can't say enough about this movie. You're spectacular in it. Everybody's great.
Thank
It's a
you.
fantastic movie. And just have yourself one heck of a great weekend. Thank you for your time today.
Oh, you're so nice. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh,
Appreciate
my
that.
pleasure. Take care. Bye bye. Nice
Take
seeing you.
care.
Okay,
Bye
bye bye.
bye.